Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Fournette, first down, still going. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Delta. Go Delta.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Reset, reset, reset. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Reset, reset, reset.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back, come back.
Watson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And his first carry, he loses the football. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Bridgewater now. He's got the hook up to Lee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Find out.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Set. 250. Go Delta. Go Delta.
They go play action. Bridgewater dumps it off to Fournette. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football, I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Delta. Delta. Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Delta. Delta. Delta.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Reset.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black 99 Philly. Down. Green 39. Green 39. Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Yes, sir. Get wild now.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
So Delta. So Delta.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Back 22! Back 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Fighting off the defender. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Reset.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Watson hands this to Foreman. And running with power here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Delta.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Five down. Five down.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Winning.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more.
Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 42. They begin with a run by Miller. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Watson now on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Richmond.
Throwing again is Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Richmond.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Richmond. Black 99 Philly. Reset.
Now Foreman. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Black 99 Philly.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go Delta. Check, 41. Go Delta. Let's see what you got. Go Delta.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Reset.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
Hey, there he is. Touchdown, baby. Keep it working.
Oh, this is blocked.
Let's go. That's all right, baby. Go in the other way.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. There he goes, left side.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. Back 22.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Richmond.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. Here's Watson, operating from the gun, underneath for Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Reset.
A carry for Foreman. And an alley run. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, slow down. Richmond. Reset.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Richmond. Hey,
Gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff